Hello everyone, this is your Curia Fantastic Worlds, letting you know that visiting hours for Hush House are now open. Welcome back to the Book of Hours in Lovecraft Country. Yeah, I had to insert this intro because I forgot to put it into the first one here because of the new modular way I'm recording things. So, just wanted to make sure I said hello, and let's get to it. And we are back. I have had a good thought, and this is going to get crazy. Now, we have access to a level 6 memory, the Dynamis. We have access to level 4 non-persistent. We have access to level 4 persistent. We have access to 2 different skull fragments with sky in them, and we have access to a lot of stuff in this that we can use. So we are going to go for a big book. We are going to go for the Book of the White Cat, a 16 sky one. Now, in order to do this, we're going to have to basically forego the third cycle in a favor for the second cycle. The third cycle about planning 3 things. Yeah, if we're doing this sort of thing where we have to add things and catch them when you have like a brief window to add them in order to get the book done, we can't focus on anything else. Good to focus on one thing well, then 3 things poorly. Okay, so what we're going to do, grab this. Well, first of all, we will get cycle 1 started. So we will grab this one off the shelf. Put it here, and then grab one of our forge ones. Metal. I know it's metal, but it just, the color, it always makes these things forge. And we're going to go grab and do our manual labor for the day. So in order to get at least a small profit, because we only got 2 pence total profit last time, let's get that started. Because neither one is going to be useful for this book. A story is brought by a blind white cat to Penelope Gordian. It's actually one of the highest level books in the Cultist Simulator. You have to only get it in the level 14 vaults. One of them anyways. So, yeah. Get started. First, the Diadebus. We knew we were doing that. The Apple Brights, which is going to bring another 4, brings it to 10. We now have 2 in the bonus FOSS one here. Dissonance. And we are going to go grab the Faraday lens, which is up here. Which is supposed to be up here. Ooh, I didn't get one of those. So, again, the entire day is now shifted. I need to produce a Faraday lens. Oh, wait. I think I remember. Did I put it over by the observatory? Yes, I put it by the observatory because I running in a room for tools. Besides, this is a lens I put over by the telescope, which did create the mimetic link I required in order to remember where it was. Anyways, let's get it knocked out. Okay, we have 14 out of 16, which you have 3 opportunities to generate 2. Now we've got a weather card with 4, we've got a memory card with 4, we've got 1 in the low-level FOSS, we've got a bunch of tools and furniture and pictures that will add to it, so hit it. Okay, and we're going to do nothing else except for hydrate to get our forage fragment back. And while this is going on, because we need to know exactly what we're going to be doing here. Like I said, we're putting everything else on hold the third cycle until we get the second cycle completed, being able to read this book. And the Diadebus is going to be interesting. If we've got an opportunity, I will use the storm and a couple other memory and the old FOSS, I mean the low-level FOSS, in order to create it again. But here we are. Or we can't wait too long. Green Jasper Tablet. Supposedly copied from the tablet of Green Jasper, it serves as the covenant site of the Mastery of the 5th Cup, the token which gave the library shelter beneath the Watchman Street. Could be this place, although there are 8 other places that also not infected. Ricken and Crack Track. I don't think I have Crack Track. Yeah, I do not. This one is out of our league at the moment. It does not, however, Sickly. It has something called Rights of the Roots. I don't know if I have that one already. Anyways, that goes there. Meanwhile, we'll take that soul fragment, toss it into Eva's bed, which is restorative in many ways, apparently, and have our glass of water. Small target there. Boom. Alright, well, that's going on. Simultaneously, while it's paused, we have enough time to safely replace that water. Okay, so where that's going on, let's replace the water we just used. We still have another glass of water worth in that pitcher, so we're good there. Get in there. You know, but I do not want to lose track of the Amber Fleckled. And we'll get into that later, but right now we're kind of busy. I may be busy for decades before I get back to it, but you're an immortal. You've got the time. Okay. Or Teresa's an immortal. I still think this is Teresa, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Alexis Kenny is probably the one who could convince me otherwise, and he would never actually verify or deny it. Alright, so what do we got? Somebody is coming to see Madame Bashir. That's the one who does the Keshrim. Yeah, the Keshrim review back in Cultist Simulator, who will give us like Grail, Moth, and other low-level other. Oh God, forgotten exactly what it's called. But when the patrons give you something to make an article about it, so you can get paid. Anyways. Yeah, we're kind of busy, but I'll fit you in the schedule here. All right. Looks like soul, good. Memory, good. Relevant furniture. So we can either use a soul fragment or a... Now, the thing is, this kind of kicks out being able to do the... This kicks out being able to do the... to replace Deonomus immediately, because either put the soul in... Well, I don't know. This is kind of cutting it close. Let's say I get Floss Plus back, all right? And instead of regenerating the health one I just used, because after all, we have beverages in reserve if necessary, what I do is instead I regenerate the Floss Plus. Use that with the Storm in order to get this and Descendant Harmony in order to get the Deonomus back. I think we can do that. We're going to try that. Could be kind of crazy. Didn't realize we had somebody here at the moment. But yeah, let's hold off on doing the regen because it's going to be quicker, actually, when we do it this way than we do it reading normally, which is kind of weird, but I'm working with it. All right, so let's get these 10 seconds over with. Let's get Madame done. Hi. Oh, the Affair of the Unfinished Lark. Now, do you have a language? I don't know. Rashmund. Do I know Rashmund? I don't think I do. Double check that just in case. Where's R? Ragged. Nope, it would be here if I had it. So, Madame, thank you for the affair, which we will do so. But what I desperately want you to do is I want you to teach me. Huh. Do we not have? All right. Yeah, it does. Do we have Rashmund? Did I miss that? What does Rashmund mean? And I thought we would be right here. Ragged, between ragged and resurgences, and I don't see it, but giving a tin Spintra. Oh, there we go. For some reason it didn't kick before. I just gave her a shilling, didn't he? Anyways, let's do language. That's also going to keep this out of my hair for a while. But we'll deal with this affair when we have an opportunity. But I'm going to take the advice of one of you, lovely listeners out there, and concentrate on getting languages so we can expand the number of books we can read. Anyways, back to... We're going to use a soul and furniture. Alright, so what we do now is we put this in and we generate. That's going to bring us up to 15. And soul, memory, relevant furniture. Trust me, we got a bunch of furniture with blue to it. Get this going again. We are going to let memory pass because we hopefully be able to use the memory instead. Yeah, we may not get a lot done today, but we're going to try a little craziness. Alright, so memory. We're going to let the memory pass and then we're going to grab one of our favorite armchairs. Crazy as that may sound. Hang on 1 second. Yep, we're good there. It's really, really boggling our mind, but we're going to have a good sit down, and it's going to make all the sense in the world. There you go. What we need is he... Don't make a liar out of me. We gotta have furniture. that squeak can use this with. Furniture. Yep, there it is. Lumpy melodic chair. Somebody seems to have turned up the squeaks. It's a musical chair because you know what? It's weird, but 16. There we go. Now, once we have these back, we will regen the lovely Faust, and then we will stretch my legs and change my point of view. There's still a chance. All right, so hang on a second. All right, metal. Up and going. I'm not exactly sure what we're doing with it, mind you, but it's there. We're going to have a lot of soul fragments to use this for the sex cycle. Okay, let's get moving. Boom. There we go. The Ava form flowers, that means the ones that take the pictures, take the form birds. The crow, the laughing thrush, the dove, and the twin kites. The twin kites are probably sister of the witches. Animals have been known to meet in the mountains north of the Gordinian, at a place called the Roost, to exchange gossip. Penelope indicates that mortals who hear their words directly are obliterated, but she claims her cat goes unnoticed and returns to her with rumors from the hour's meeting. The stories that Penelope claims is our gossip are fragmentary and confusing. Accounts of the contest between hope and dread in the Shadowless Empire uses game pieces, agendas of ruin, and remembrance from an unknown history. The most interesting of the elements is the protected incantation she records at the end of the book and worries the hours may in fact learn of her spying. Well, if something bad happened to Penelope, we all know that worked. Watchman's Paradox. Do we have Watchman's Paradox yet? We do. But all we need, in order to increase it to level 2, is the Memory Revelation and an appropriate. Ooh, but we don't have an appropriate. Ah, there we go. Well, this is going to be a pain. And this one will not one we can keep in the bed. All right, so this is what's going to have to happen. Now, we've got time, I think. What we're going to do is we're going to use one of our backup beverages. We're going to grab Faust here, the low-level one. We're going to use this to regenerate in the long term, okay? While that's going on... Gonna pause you here. We're also going to be using the quicker one here to regenerate Faust, using the shilling that we generated from work. Okay. It's also already winter. Didn't even notice that. The book, of course, will be classified in up here, and we will let those go. Yeesh. Yeah, obviously at the end it's the most powerful one. I'm not sure what that one's for, but put it over here. I think it's regret, but I'm not super sure. Since it's a light-colored one, we do not want it to be on the windowsill. We will place it on the bottom here. Slowly but surely. Okay, now, are we going... Things moving. There we go. All right, so what now? Actually, let's grab for a second here. We have a bunch of skills. In fact, we may not read tomorrow if necessary. We've actually had a lot of exciting reading today, after all. But we need to upgrade at least one of these. Now, Desires and Dissolutions is a possibility because but we need to read 2 books to do it, which isn't really a big deal right now. We just need to keep Herb up and running. Now, Chore we can use Chore in order to take a walk in the woods. So let's not waste that, at least. While that's going on, let's grab this. Tends to be pretty good for walks. All right, so there's that. Now, while we're taking a walk in the middle of a freaking thunderstorm, let us all consider. That means if this each day is a week, that means that it's been storming for a week. But if you've been off the coast, you've been in a small island in the North Sea, and if that's not unreasonable. Okay, Desires and Dissolutions is going to need 2 books in order to be able to upgrade. And we need... So that... Ones we're going to need for Desires and Dissolutions are Kittridge for Appetite, and let's see what else we've got. And the Moon Egg will do because it's got the moon thing. So, do our usual. Let's use Whist here. Grab that for Moon Egg. Start. All right. As for the Kittridge one, let's use Shapt again. I think Shapt. Shapt will work here for our favorite desk. That will be one another minor advantage we've created. So we'll get rid of Desires and Dissolutions, and probably going to put that in the Tridecima area. Because that has got a anti-cursing. And we've got a bunch of cursed books in the basement we got to deal with. Meanwhile, decide what else. We need the herb for that. Bet and metal. Oof. Well, we can use metal immediately, turn it around and get another 6 hints from the inn. That's always a good possibility. We could try to catalog another book to get the shelves done. That's not a bad possibility either. Actually, let's do that. Let's catalog this book. Okay. There we go. Alright, so still have Fett in the double tryst to consider what we're going to do with. This one I think we'll use for money. This one, these 3 are still open. This one's going to be needed. Herb is going to be necessary for upgrading desires and dissolutions. Okay. Let's get started. So much to do. And we're also learning language all week, which is kind of interesting. But oh, wait. There's one other thing we're going to need. I just realized. Storm plus 2 plus 2. That's 10, 14. We're 1 short for the Adamus. So I need to have a sky-based one. So we've got a reason for the Fett now. Let's get a Rab Apollo on the memory of Storm, which is not Storm, which means they can have both of them together. Let's grab, let's see, Fett. I guess good one here for Fett. There you go. Follow that, and boom. Get that started. It's gonna be tight. We might actually lose one of the upper grade phosphor tomorrow in all of this. I'm willing to accept that. But yeah. Ugh, boy. I know she came to me with a problem. The affair for 3 years, the sculptor adapted Zonthium Ziadine has been labored. We'll get back to it in a moment. Okay, so book we have, Each Flame of Fuel. Great, a 14 Sky one. A work by Onar the Blaze, an intimate craftsman of the Labyrinth of Lions. Isn't the Labyrinth of Lions from Fallen London? Yeah, Fallen London. I gotta break this to you, that essentially Sun the Sea is part of the Kennedyverse. It's referring to events. If you go to the surface, it refers to events that are around the Exile DLC in Cultist Simulator, which basically means that it's all interconnected, and I will go slightly mad. Anyways, each flame their fool, so yeah, once again, we got a super powerful sky one. So the next storm that comes around will take care of this. Does not, however, have a disease to it, which is good. Alright, collect. Deep breath. Anyways, continue. Still moving at regular speed because we got a lot of stuff going on. So we've got low-level Faust done. Now, low-level Faust will be... Grab the Watchman's Paradox. Put in Faust, put in Memory Revelation, put in Lesson, and boom, that'll be level 2. No time flat. Excellent. Deep breath. Not quite the craziest we get up to in Cultist Simulator, but this is self-inflicted in a lot of ways. I mean, technically Cultist Simulator is self-inflicted. You never have to play the game, and even in the game you can give up and take an office job at any time, but quite the same. Memory satisfaction? Alright then. I think we still got this one, which is going to be the sky one we need. Right? Yeah. Okay, so that's sky. So these 2 memories here are applicable. Use these for... We thought about using that for the... How much time do we have left? Thoughts. Oh, wait. I put the wrong one in here. I don't think so. No, I did put the big one in. This is still doable. With the small one. It's located right here. We've got this in 8.8 seconds. Let's concentrate in this part first. We'll do the rest later. May not get it all done, but we did try at least. Alright, focus. Alright. We can do this with a small one. I just did the numbers in my head. We were 1 over. So this should be doable. Alright, so what we want to do is we grab the harp. Ascended Harmony goes here. Storm goes here. Founding Parable goes here. Frost goes here. And Skill goes here. Boom, we did it. Just in time. Now, we might lose this fragment, but it's a small one. I'm not that worried. We might have actually been better off using the bigger fragment here to ensure that we get it back. Now, we're still waiting on the second skill. Yeah, we'll use the... we'll wait on the other skill to put these together. Let's get Kittridge and Moon Egg back. Nope. There you go. Slight stumble there, but we pulled it off. Alright, so yeah. Let's see. Brain fart there for a moment. Yeah, the desires and dissolutions. Where is the... Alright. It's here. Alright, so yeah. We'll get this done. And... No, I messed up. I should have used this for the other one. But... Not actually a problem. Whisk can use either Grail or... Can save at least one of them. Screwed it up, but we can read Moon Egg again. That's really not an issue. We've got the extra metal here. We could even use Trist if we wanted to. Yeah, this is what we should do. Let's take metal, and I think we've got just enough time to be able to use it to generate additional funds. We don't want to waste it after all. Let's do that. Start that. Okay. Take Trist. Use Eva's desk to again get Moon Egg back. Alright. And then there we go. We'll use Herb when it's done to try to combine them together. Now this leaves one Trist remaining. Now we need the East Fragment and we need the Memory Storm. We can easily generate... Now this one, so it doesn't get wasted, can be placed in Eva's bed, which we've been using 3 times today, so apparently we've been lazing about in bed all day. But very accomplished on that. Yeah, we have to wait till night completely falls before we can do that. But yeah, we will use that to regenerate the... we'll use that to dream on the storm thing, a majig, and be done with it. Deep breath. Let's get these 2 books back in place. Now that's evening. Alright, follows there. Hang on a second. Pause. Quartz. Oh, I get so much of that stuff. Bronze Spintra and Razmund. Excellent. Okay. Deal with that in a moment. But, yeah. Thinking. Lots of thoughts going on here. So, yeah. At the moment, we're going to get our Dionis back, and we will probably do this. Let's get this storm. Is it night? It's dusk, not night. Deep breath. If it really comes down to it, we'll... Okay. Don't know what that means. Yeah, where is Eva's desk? We should be concentrating on that one. We want to know when it is coming up immediately. Sigh. I love this ambience, by the way. I'd love to be in a castle like this or an old cottage listening to the storm, knowing, however, the walls are going to hold, because if it collapses, it's nowhere near as much fun. What is... Oh. Ooh, what does that mean? Ooh. I have thoughts. I have many thoughts. Alright then, so let's get the Hiresa. Doesn't really matter at this point, but yeah, at least we got that done. Excellent. Got our shilling back at least. Is that where the term shilling comes from? That, you know, if you're shilling for someone? Thought. 30 seconds from now. Do we have enough time? Could use this for Sky Stories. A second one, because we've gotten to the Memory Storm here. Tell you what, when we have 30 seconds are up, we can decide if we're going to save the storm, Memory Storm, or we're going to use it to upgrade a level 1 Sky-based skill. Because I'm leaning towards the second. There you go. You know, we got a lot accomplished today, but we did scramble for it. Got to admit that. Now, also, let's get the stones. Okay. Or, God damn it. You know what? I want to know what happens if you burn things. We've always been saying we can dispose of items this way. We've got so much of this stuff, we keep getting it. What happens? Hang on 1 second. Ah, excellent. Last one, Sky Stories. Right here. Paradox. We'll have a third one. And the last one, Trist. Ooh, that's not the right one, though. Ooh, it's a problem. Oh well. So I guess the other possibility now occurs. What we'll do is we will dream on the memory of Storm in Eva's bed. No, not that. This. Start dreaming on it to retain it till tomorrow. It'll be useful for something. At the very least, we can use it as we're going to use it today. But also, we need to think about how we're going to get the we need to get the Ascendant Harmony back tomorrow as well. Okay. Anything? Oh yeah. Moon egg goes back on the shelves. There you go. Ah, memory sight. Interesting. Well, that would actually work with the Western paradoxes. Throw away like some collectible we have too much of. But in all of this, we have Trist remaining. I don't know if we can actually pull it off, but we can grab one object and take a look at it. You know, we got one left. We might as well. I don't really see any of the possible people to put up there. These are all related to the religious figures. So, yeah. What about this stuff? I don't think we've done this. I've done this one before. But, what is this? You know what? Scribe stone. Screw it. Let's see what we got. We got just enough time. Probably should be going to bed, but you know, and that is a day. Not a bad day, actually. Not a bad day at all. God, there's so many flowers over there. I've been, you know, squirreling stuff away for a while now, and it's a lot. Didymus is back. So, if we have another crazy day tomorrow, we can think about doing this all over again. No, actually, with the memory storm, we could think about doing it again normally. Although I will have to generate an entirely new lens. I don't have made one. Alright, so we finally got that delivery. But whenever why... Okay, so let's go. And yeah, that means that we aren't going to get our Trist back, but that was a risk. Hail? We can do the book thing again. Alright, so yeah. The successive librarians all failed to decipher this tablet. It might be a household inventory invitation to a god. That's actually true, by the way. The oldest stuff we have written in the Western Empire on tablets is the Minonian script Linear A and Linear B, which, when translated, came out to be tax rolls and inventories of warehouses. We did get a few invocations of gods, but they're pretty fragmentary. Natalia Barilla discovers a tradition to always remain in the library's quarters to inspire her successes with humility and illustrate the limits of knowledge. Oh, that's great. Memory sight. Anyways. Which, by the way, is all I need. Memory sight plus Sky Stories. I believe... No. Can we do that? Okay, before we even get into anything else, let's consider... Sky Stories. Memory sight. Ah, it doesn't work because it doesn't have light. So tell me which ones have light that we can use. They have level 1. Is this level 1? No, it's level 2. What did you do? Alright, so this is the planning phase, so again, you don't have to be here for it. I'll be back with the results. Okay, and here we are back at another fine day at Hush House. There's a lovely set of hail going on outside. Now, as per usual, we're going to be doing our 4 cycles for the day. First cycle, of course, being us dropping into the reading room and grabbing the next book. We're going to use our forge in order to catalog it safely, and simultaneously we're going to be dealing with our exercise for the day, which is probably helping, you know, fishermen load their boats. But, you know, it's a living. For all of us, really. Okay, second cycle. Alright, so this is actually going to be kind of interesting. Now, there are 2 possibilities I had thought of for today. We've got Hail, which is the 3-point sky influence, which means it's going to be capable of, you know, replacing Didymos when I get that opportunity, which basically means the 2 cycles today are going to have to be to rebuild Ascendant Harmony and then rebuild the Dominus from it, which basically takes our two major cycles for cycle 3, two major accomplishments for cycle 3 done, which means the third accomplishment is going to have to be a minor one, and that's going to be essentially rebuilding the salt sign that we used. But one thing at a time, let's get the book knocked out. Now, two possibilities here. This one was kind of tempting, an 18. I have back, so it is possible to read. On the other hand, I don't even have a ascending harmony or a the 2-point lens tool, the Derived lens, that are necessary for generating the 4 additional sky I'm going to need among 3 options. So it's, at best, it's a crapshoot. Right now, it's probably too much, but it's going to be pretty easy to do the Mirror of Melancholy, the daybook and dream journal of Abbess Melanthanthe, venerated as a saint and respected as an alchemist, and she probably lived here during the Solar Gothic period, when it was a fully wealthy place of learning, an obscure one. And in 1534, it got broken down. My guess is because it had way too much equality between sexes. So you recall the two founders required that both equal number and equal power of female and male supplicants. But beyond that, I mean, this is not me injecting woke. This is actually written by Kennedy into the narrative. So, and yes, part of metaphysics is balance of forces. The imbalance between the masculine and feminine in society, for example, today, is one of the reasons why everything is kind of crazy. My point of view, if everybody was happy, we would not be having this problem. But instead, people seem to think miserable is better. Anyways, that's 3, and last but not least, we need to get 6 and 12. There we go, harmony. We're going to be using our Star Dream in order to access this particular tale. Now, unfortunately, because we need to do some reading in order to get our other 2 major accomplishments done, the only one we can accomplish is the minor one up here at this particular shrine, in which we grab Fet and Pearl and Tide. That will produce the salt sign. Boom, 60 seconds from now. So yeah, the first minute or so is usually, 2 minutes is rather hectic here. But now we need to deal with our reading schedule. Now we're going to need herb, and we're going to need Faust for future use. Chores are going to be used for that, and therefore it leaves us our usual whist. We got 1 tryst, obviously it's still incomplete, but grab whist, grab moon's egg, get that knocked out. Boom, done. Next is going to be, we may need this for cycle 4 if we can pull it off, so let's get Shapt. Now this one's an occupation, but this one, let's see which one has it. This one will allow Shapt to function. That, of course, goes to Skeleton Songs, which is actually not one of our usual ones, but it's going to produce something interesting for the results we're looking for. We're going to need, we'll need Ebb for that. Okay, so I think going to be okay. And last but not least, let's do our gathering. I think today, if I'm not mistaken, since we got the what was it? The stone quartz, I think. Let's do some beach combing. Let's see what we can get. Alright, so that's how we start. Again, it's one thing at a time. Now we leave both metal and tryst. Tryst I'm saving for possible use in section 4. Metals are in reserve, as it were. Plus, of course, we're going to have the other metal back in about 1 minute and 41 seconds. It's kind of interesting when you actually get this down. Alright, so go. Dream on memory. Right, we need that as well. Excellent. We've carried that over from yesterday, and it should be a regular practice for us too. We can have a memory ready to go at beginning cycle if we need it. Okay, so what do we have here? The Scar in the Sky. Ooh, it's also got chronic theoplasma, so we can't use it. But metal is not affected, which is good. The Mystery Winter, but we got to put it with Quelching. Ooh, we need this one cured as soon as possible, but we need to put it into isolation. This one is Theoplasma. Which one's a Theoplasma? I think this is it. No? Okay, so back to this. Theoplasma it is. We will, of course, get to that. I thought we had more Theoplasma. I mean, hopefully I can just turn this off, put this in place, and see if we've got anything we missed. Leave it on the stairs. Nope, I've actually already dealt with it, which means we can deal with it again. So, hey, another major project in the back there. bucket there, and let's get our metal out. And then, of course, we go deal with our water regimen. Let's get metal in there, and our glass of refreshing isle water. There you go. I'll be feeling right as rain in no time. Meanwhile, while that's going on, we need to, of course, as you see, I've done some reorganizing, getting our beverages back in place. We have an example of pretty much everything we can do so far, but let's serve appropriately our glass of water. And I'm beginning to sound like a, I realize I'm beginning to sound like a YouTube influencer at this point. Now we're going to be doing our exercise regime. Remember, hydration is important. Don't let it fall behind. Alright, let's... It's just... And then obviously we're going to have to replace it because we're out. But yeah, let's get this over here. Our lovely little water for tomorrow. Now, we always got to be thinking about the future. And future is important. And any other idiotic sayings you can be doing at a low tone in order to try to get Patreon money. I mean, I do occultism and gaming, so I think I'm slightly more interesting. You have to let me know. Yes, there you go. And yeah, I'm backing up. We've got the CH Flush Assam, the Flush Tea, unfortunate name from my point of view, but we need to keep this in reserve. We might actually be able to use this for other purposes, as it's got same moon in the background there. Okay, 6 pence. So, first things first, let's grab this. Let's grab the 3 pence. Let's, oops, remember, always get started and then drop the money in, just in case. Sometimes they can accidentally think that you're trying to look for help. There you go. And there we go. And there we go. And the salt sign. Excellent. Oh, might need that today. But meanwhile, let's get to doing a very kind of new thing. We're going to be using the double bass and doing the Ascended Harmony in jazz style today. Isn't it exciting? Alright, so let's get that. Let's get... Now, because it's a sound, we can fit it in here. As you notice, the this area only can contain soul, omen, or sound. By the way, the omens will be something else that we apply for it later, because we can, I think, get an omen with sky. Well, we'll figure it out. Anyways, let's grab storm, and let's grab commanding parallel. Throw in Applebright, Euphonius, and we've got Ascended Harmony in 1.3 minutes. 1 minute, 30 seconds. That's kind of ironic, because this isn't decimal. This is seconds and minutes. Throws me off sometimes for a second there. But the thing is, if we want to get the next phase done, we're going to have to read one more book, and I'm going to choose metal, because both of these could be more useful someplace else. So let's grab this place, I think, throw in metal, because I believe it... Well, no, it doesn't. Oh, well, I know this one does it. Actually, this is far more useful than I thought it was originally. But let's grab Moon's Egg. We're going to need 2 for that. Okay. Alright then. Get that started. Now, Trist plus this plus... Well, can we actually pull this off, though? Thinking. How far are we to the bed? Minutes still. Don't have that one regenerated. Yeah, we're gonna be... Don't think we're gonna be able to pull off the, replacing the ink today, so unfortunate, but we'll keep this on the side just in case. And let's see what else we're doing today. Ah, yes, that's what we're doing. We need... As soon as this is done, I need to regenerate. Lost. As soon as we're done writing about it. Okay, so yeah, okay, there we go. Cycle 4 is going to be kind of interesting today. Okay. Let's, it's the one with the book, right? Yeah. Melanthong speak longly of those who would call from behind the sky. I think this is actually what we've done here. Idemos. Sigh. Is it going to be again? Expertise. Alright, pause. Just hit that. Alright, beach sand. Utterly useless. But we could generate another site with it. Okay, so while that's going on... sigh. You know, you pull the arm for the slot machine, but you never know what you're going to get. That's the only reason I don't like loot boxes. Specifically down to drain you dry. Yeah. So, this might be the one out. Okay. So, yeah. Still waiting on the next cycle to be complete, and then we can do our final cycle for the day, which is going to be the afternoon. Oh well. Alright. Melanthe claims as sights and sensations arts that when she describes and evoke the dream of a star when sufficient sky aspect is used to upliftness in harmony. Yeah, we got that one. Solace and sights and sensations. Now, solace is sky and sky, memory, and okay, but first things first, let's get Skybook in place. I believe it's going to be between these two. Correct. Yep, because that's 16. Next, we'll need to get, let's see. Let's put the sky globe back. Belongs. Where's it go? Here somewhere. Ah, there we go. And we can put this back here. Storage. And we got metals back. Alright, so if we're gonna do... wait, I should probably also... Forgot about the delivery. Go ahead and get that done. Alright, so while that's going on, we're doing the soul fragment, thank goodness. Yeah, we need Frost regenerated, but the best way to do so is not through the bed. It would be through here. If we have more than 30 seconds, however, that's not the case. We don't. Let's advance this to 1.7. Alright, so... that. I definitely want to get this up so I can combine Light and Solace and bring up one of my skills, level 2 skills to level 3. Because I've got the opportunity to do so right now, but I will need a boss to do so. And it costs us some money, but that's what we've been generating it for. There you go. Meanwhile, there we go, compounding parallel. Okay. Now, can we get this done? Maybe? Okay, so, right. In harmony. We need to let this complete in 30 seconds from now, then we'll be able to do that. Do we want to try to go for the tryst? We have what we need here, which is, let's see. We'll need another moon-based one. Okay, in that case, let's take out skeleton. Put that there, since we're not sure we're going to be able to reduce this one. Put that one there. We'll grab moon. Intuition. We'll toss it onto metal instead of doing money today. And a lot of reading today. Okay, so let's get that in place. So I should be able to use that tryst, intuition, the mark, and the queen to be able to do that. Meanwhile, we need to get our water replaced because we're using a lot of liquid today. Proper hydration. Make sure you keep your water supply quite sufficient to pump up the water. There you go. Okay, and we still need the Ascended Harmony to be completed for that, and we need that. And meanwhile, yeah, you are going to be nothing more than a memory site in your future. I'm not out of malice, mind you, I just don't have any use for it right now. But yeah, I mean, it's been an efficient day. It's not even dusk yet. Speaking of which, you should probably work towards putting this into place. I think this one will be the easiest one. Is it a 10? And that is a 10? That's a 10. Leave it in there? Probably not. Probably too big. Okay, so let's back this all up. Give me a moment there. Back this all up. Put this into place. There we go. There we go. Bob Ross voice. Ascended Harmony. Alright. Get this knocked out. My preference is to do it this way, but... that one doesn't have enough, unfortunately. Okay, Applebright and Frost. Boom. We'll have to replace the Ascended Harmony tomorrow. And that leaves just one thing left to do. Two things, but we gotta wait till the one of them regenerates. Deep breath. Deep breath. And yeah, we still got this one. We may have to dream on. We may be able to use. I think we'll be able to use it with that. For this. Doesn't really matter. Because I believe one we're going to be doing it on is Oral Comprehension. Contemplations. Because it'll give us the first 4-point lantern, which would be an advantage. Oh yeah, we should probably deal with this. Ah, yes, the ham. Thank you. Sometimes you just have to use the keyboard. Okay, rest this. Let's get Frost online. And let's get that going on. Alright, so first things first, let's use the absolute last soul fragment we have here with the goddess statue. It's carefully guarding our cursed items. Let's see. Get that salt sign I put down. Let's see, it's right here. Then, got stories. No, yeah, that's stories. Is that it? No, it's not. That's forgot. Oh, good lord! Don't tell me I've forgotten it. That link, no. Oh my god! I cannot believe I forgot this. I had it right on the tip of my brain, and I'm using it quite well. And that sea stories. That's it. It's because we got it a skill. It kind of messed up my mind there a bit. Right, we need the water as well. Water, we don't have yet, so we're going to have to use inguine like I said we would. Okay, so we're going to have to start replacing some of the... We're using liquids way fast. Alright. There you go, ash meal. Boom, got it done. Okay, so then we're going to have to grab the other... Let's see, let's get it started, and grab the other spare cup of this. We have another liquid. Spare liquid just in case down here. Obviously, we're going to have to save the water for the ash meal and other things. That will be our second ash meal. We don't need another one immediately. So, Hush House Lectures goes back into place as we don't have any soul fragments left to read with it. Get the ham. Do we have the sacrificial ham on the altar? Yeah, we do. So we'll put this one in the kitchen. Right here on the meat counter. Right above the stove, because it's always good to keep your meat in high temperature. No, it's not really. Ooh, wow. This is a lot of work. Okay, and then Faust. Let's get it knocked. Let's get which skill we want. Yep, Oral Contemplations. Here. Grab Memory Solace. Ooh, it's not the right one. Ooh, because it's knife. We need one that's better than that. Okay, so we just watch from Paradox. Boom. Nothing wasted. Boom. Bring that up skill-wise, and let's get the water back in place at the cottage, so we know where to find it. And yeah, we like dived right into the next day. Yeesh, that was a lot. If you think about it, you should probably, when you're playing this game, stop at the beginning of every morning, like I do, and just plan out your actions, because you can see just how efficient you can get. We've almost got this entire shelf ready to go for cataloging our actual books, not the ones for the catalog books, not the uncatalogued books. And we'll be free to move forward into the nether rooms and collect those books. Now we first have to deal with the ones down below. But yeah, Washington's Paradox is now that one, and we are now currently just waiting for the next day. We'll have to replace Ascent and Harmony. Didymos, no, we're waiting for Didymos to be done as well, which won't be too far down the road. But yeah, we managed to completely wrap around, use up Didymos, and get it back in the same day. And I am actually impressed. I really am. I didn't know if I was going to pull it off, but I got ash meal on top of it. It is awesome. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so boom. Also, it comes out in waves, so it's easier to manage. Dream star is not apparent to the human eye, but its presence, once felt, cannot be mistaken. Alright, so there you go. Boom. We've got one more left, I think. There we go. Boom. Ash meal. Asmeal. There's no H in there. Why do I keep putting letters into words? Asmeal. The Asmeal ink. Back at 2. We need to get some cat wink. We need to get a bunch of other ink. Yep. We got, stuff that needs to be done. Most of it's in 2s, but the cat wink's pretty easy to get anyways. It's not a super powerful one as well, so useful, but not super powerful. Okay, so yep. Dusk. We've got no memories we want to shift over that aren't already endurant. And yeah, I think we'll just skip ahead. Have a good night's sleep. Put that together. Actually, no. Let's get it started. Put this back into place. Get this organized. And see what the weather will bring for the next day. Snow. Well, it's another 3-pointer, so... There are things to consider. Anyways, I, of course, will be taking this break between days and thinking about what to do next. Alright, catch on the flip side. Okay, and we're back with the next day. Now, we're going to be going through a couple of things here. First of all, let's get our usual going. We're going to, oops, grab one of these books. I'm going to try to empty out this shelf. As you see, it's been a little bit of rearranging. Slowly but surely, we're going to clean out all of these shelves of the uncatalogued ones. Grab a medal. And so we don't get a nasty surprise. That last one would have been kind of bad. And, of course, we will go do our manual labor for the morning, helping the fishermen, this does have a meaning, it's just hard to explain, helping the fishermen deal with their nets. Now, of course, the book that we're going to pick to read is a pretty easy choice. We're going to be doing a winter book, as snow is one of the few 3-point winter influences, and of course we have no tools. The Barrow Child, I think, yep, Latin's what we can read. It's a winter 10. The Barrow Child, a Gaulish, oh, it's probably cool to add up to one place in the ranks of the Order Limine. The inmates of the Great Shadows laid to rest in tombs of power and discusses the various conditions. Definitely a necromancer, definitely a winter long. Probably a ghoul. Anyways, let's get this going. We're going to, of course, go over to Old Solomon's desk, because it's just traditional for all of the winter stuff we do. Get the snow in place. Let's get our Whist Plus into place. Where are you? That's 6, and for the remaining 4, let's just grab the appropriate snow stories. And boom. Let's take care of that. Alright, but that's going on. We have to start considering what we're going to be doing for their other tasks. Now, my thought is, for the 2 major tasks, what we will do is we will replace our Ascended Harmony, because it's always good to have more than one of those sort of things rolling around for, if we ever try to tackle that 18-point book again. And probably going to use this to get Revelation to combine with the memory sight we'll get for burning the sand to being up one of our skills. So, and that of course leads the third one, which I'm not 100% sure on. I think I'm just going to replace the salt sign, because again, we keep using it. So that's the easiest one to do. So let's get that knocked out. Grab Fet, and then we will grab Pearl and Tide. And there we go. It's done. And that's 1 of 3. Because remember, we'll probably have plenty to work with here. Now, our gathering schedule, I think today, is the wood gathering day. Really should just pop up and do it this way. And yeah. Have fun. Out in the snow, watching the fresh links fall. Alright, so let's get our 3 books read here. Probably going to go with traditional of... We're going to need both our Foss, so what we're going to have to do is pick one that uses Trist. I think this one can, I believe. Yep. Grab that. Grab Apollo. For the first one, we'll grab Herb, since we're not using Braille today. Have us write the skeleton song, so it'll be the second one we need to get the Ascended Harmony. And last but not least, let's see, possibly up here, I think, because this one's got the, yep, okay, grab the second Trist, and just grab you. Echoes, as they say. Meanwhile, let's get that started. Alright, that's like more than half our fragments right there. Going to be interesting. We'll probably have Shapt and Metal left for anything unusual, but of course, we'll need to get our priorities in order, as it were. Anything else we want to tackle? I mean, I think we have all the Eshmeal we need. We do need to start collecting some of the other types of inks. Like, I'm fairly certain that at least the 10-point one is for Inks of Revelation here, which is why I'm probably going to choose that one. There we go. Get this cataloged. Sunset Passages, a miscellaneous of funerary prayers, ceremonies, and hymns of the Church of the Unconquered Sun, which was ascendant in the 3rd and 4th histories. It schismed during the Incalculate, which is where the sun was almost killed, and the sun was divided, and have not survived a significant force. It means it's odd, because the Sunset Passages, Sunset power is one of the few ones that actually retained, but, whoops, Bill check that's not infected. Does not appear to be, and we will be passing it here. It's a 4-pointer. That's going to be a pretty easy one to tackle. Alright, so that's over. Meanwhile, let's get into bed. I know. Gonna play that for all it's worth. Alright, so there's our water right there. And let's get that started. While, of course, we're lounging about in bed with our glass of fresh water to renew ourselves, let's get another glass set to go. Alright. And boom. Collect. Don't need to slow things down quite yet. Let's get the glass of water replaced. Of course, we'll have to, of course, pump more because we are going through a lot of this stuff. Needed for both the moon-based liquids and, of course, restoring our youthful, eternal, youthful complexion. I mean, how much skincare do you need when you're immortal? Well, yeah, ghouls would... Mortals count as ghouls, so I'm thinking probably more than you think. Alright. Cool. More cash for us, but, of course, we're going to spend 2 of it right away. Oops. Assistance from a fisherman. See, that's why you don't rush in to do it all at once, because it doesn't guarantee the game will get the hint. Alright, so, Beguiling Melody. And Revelation. And... Dude, move. Memory Storm, and... of course, the Salt Sign. Build this up a bit there. Let's get Salt Sign... Let's get, Ascendant Harmony in play. First, grab this. Apple Bright Euphonies. Let's grab Storm, Beguiling Memory. That's not what I asked you to do. I must have misclicked it. Yep, it's good that we can actually fit them into the music one if I really needed to. Fost, I mean, technically I wouldn't even need to use Fost then, but that's not what we're doing. And boom, Ascendant Harmony. That will get that back. Meanwhile, let's go burn something. That's... Ah, there we go. There's always a fireplace around here somewhere. Let's renounce that. Add that to Revelations and get our ink up to the next level. Deep breath. And boom. Huh. Get this in place. And that means we can bring our Ink of Revelations. There you go. And lesson. There you go. I'll bring us to level 3. Excellent. Not what I was asking, but I must have misclicked there. Alright, so that's what we got so far. Okay, so get the clock started and get the salt sign back in place, because, you know, supply chains are hard to maintain. Alright then. Get our books back in place. Alright then. Apollo and skeleton songs, and our attention is Hawthorne blank. Not great, but not bad. We can use that. I can definitely use that. Getting back with our fuel supply, as it were. Alright then. And there we go. Shoot. And boom, level 3. Alright, so you start considering what else you're going to be doing today. Hawthorne blank in place. 4 types of wood. Okay, so if we need any pears, I think we're fairly good on that. So yeah, we have metal and shaft. Couple things we could do. I mean, I think we've got all the rock-based liquid that we've been really stacking. No, we don't. We're actually short one of our juice boxes. So let's get in place. And let's see, door and wall will not be appropriate, but lockworks will. That gives us an ampule. Get that knocked out. And we leave the forge just for the moment, in case we need it for something. That's all we're going to need. Winter or sky in order to be upgrade these, which means we're probably not going to have much luck. But, ooh, there we go. Pause for a moment. Okay, so the Barrow Child identifies numerous modes that are neither true death nor true life. The vitrification of the heart, the corrupt light of the wood, the choir stasis, the wandering of the fet, Nobody really wants to do that. Trust me, death is usually better. A barrow child waits patiently of the advocate of tryst, where a remnant shadow's longing for change survives its sense of itself and even devours its whist. Longing may draw the curious into the tomb, where the remnant shadow changes so it cannot be distinguished from its visitor, or that reverse comes true, so that never again possible to say whether it's a shadow or the visitor exits the tomb. So it exchanges our identity. Okay. Alright, so we have this. We've got this. It's a possibility that we could upgrade to this. Except we don't. That's winter. Winter 2. Ooh. We don't have a win. Oh. Do we have winter and blade? Winter and forge. I can get that lucky. Because that's neither what we're looking for. Let's say that we want... These have winter. Let's just see what we got for winter. Okay, is this edge? Not. Edge? It is. We could do this. Ragged crossroads. Enemy regret, but we would need... Those work, unfortunately. Oh well. We will figure something out. What's a moon? Don't have a moon on at the moment. To also make sure we don't have something missing at the top here. Okay. Anything. So the question then becomes, what do we got this, if any? Well, let's grab this at the moment. Yep, we got our health back. Which means, of course, immediately we go pull some water. And yeah, this over here, I've been ignoring because, yeah, we only have one. Spintra, doesn't really matter, all the books cost at least 2. So that's that. Anyways, let's see. Ah, water. Right. What was the weirder sound effect for that one? Why do we, like, drop a brick in every time? Alright. So we've got one metal left. We've got forge. So I need to find forge and winter, and it doesn't really seem to be working here. Weird, though, we have this one. We can, however, once night comes around... No. Wrong one. Yeah, winter. We could keep it. I think that's probably what we'll do. Keep it for the next day, which basically means we gotta figure out how we're disposing of this last one. See, that's 2, actually. Huh. I mean, we could play. That's 3. What's this look like? Better black salts, bad liquid, chain skull level forge, the essence will take... Okay, we know what that is. It's that eotic essence we always get. This one? Metal to scholar's level forge. The thing is, if we do that, I know exactly what we get. We get this back again, don't we? And... Yep, only 9. Oh yeah, craft wire or lithium. There we go. Just give me a second. Playing around a little. It's possible... Let's see. Spices and savors. This one's silly. A liquid discolored for the essence will take longer to cool and spread into something potent. I wonder what that is. We've got chaotic. It's probably chaotic all over again, but you never know. Yep, same stuff. That fault's right there. What else we got? We already gone through all of these. Iotic essence. Seems to be rather universal. Disciplines of the hammer. Your levels. Gotta add more though. Right. So what do we do? Is we grab temple, the section here that has one of them has possibility of using forge. This one. Alright. We can toss in 2 soul fragments here. Toss in memory regret. Then we can start tossing in stuff that we don't... Let's see what else we could possibly do. Alright. So, yeah. 8 bells. Disciplines. Alright, what do we got here? Bitter black. Metal to skull, like a alloy into something exotic. I think it's also, once again, the wire oracle. You know, there's not a lot of different types of forge, I think. I mean, we've got door and wall. And, yep, same metal. Alright, so not a lot we can do with these. I may just burn them for cash. Or we can stare at something, which is always good. Yeah, what would we like to stare at today? Must be something of use. Something we need a spectacular explanation upon. What could it be? I mean, did we lose? We have a DeWolf. We did lost track of this DeWolf because it kind of blended into the background there. Okay, I think I know where he probably is set. Only I think there's one DeWolf left. But, you know, we should just let him have his story. So, let's grab him. Grab metal. Be done with it. Simultaneously, you've got room. I mean, you know, put this into place here. And could just, you know, the hell? I'll pick up the furniture randomly, dudette, okay? Maybe we could just empty out this shelf once we've got the other stuff done. I think that will be that. A good day. We haven't even gotten to dawn yet. I mean, dusk yet. But tomorrow we're going to have to do some serious thought about, or next episode, I'll do some serious thought about which of these skills we're going to be upgrading. Because, you know, I mean, Forge has just really been unimpressive at random thought. But yeah, we're going to have to, and we've got a lot of winter here. I'm going to try to put these to sky skills, which of course is going to take a little bit of work. You know how that works. There you go, Ascendant Harmony. Awesome sauce. And I think everything's gone back to, well, relatively normal. Thomas DeWolf, called Baron Silence, second in his line, astronomer, ornithopter, believing that footsteps is long deceased namesake. Alright. Of course, memory sight. Alright, so he's second. And pause. There you go. Let's put you where you belong. Getting closer to something, but what? I don't know. Let's put this here. And we'll grab that. And metal again. Get that cataloged. I know. Fare thee well. It was a day. Deep breath. They don't think we've got... Pause. It's not a edge one. I'm thinking it regrets some edge, unfortunately. But do we have one that corresponds with Forge and Sky? I think so. Forge and Sky. Forge and Lantern. Fortunately, no. It would have been interesting. It would have been very interesting. But, again, I think we'll just lose that. Always tempting to try to squeeze as much as you can out, but sometimes you just have to admit that you're not going to pull it off. Let the big things go. Go for the medium to small ones that are achievable. Alright, so what do we got? Actually, just let that go. For the Forge work, the Forge of Dissolution, Alexander Probus received a copy of this work from the Mountain Temple in Persia. The copies surface now and then, usually seared on rock, which really feels like it would be difficult to actually transport. He'd actually move the mountain. And it does not appear to be... Ooh, new one. But I don't think we have Deep Down Dark. Oh well. Well, thing at a time. Ah, there we are. Could do a quick regen on one of our soul fragments, but sometimes you just gotta call it a day. In any case, what I'm going to do, since I've got this here still, watch this. Alright, we're gonna put the fresh one up there. And the used one, which only has one shot in it, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick it down here in this kitchen area. Oh look, we missed some lethe leaves. We'll get that into place. So that if we ever need to use it for this thing, we'll have the option for Azumil or other types of moon liquids, which I think there are at least one other, possibly two. We're still at dusk. Night from day, silver from gold, the vesper hour when priests would honor the rising of the evening star Menensgate, which is Venus in our world. But yeah, Menensgate being the one who takes the memories from the realms of light and then records them in his realm. Or her realms of mirrors and moonlight, as history, memories, but a reflection of reality, which, like mirrors, can be played with. A lot of ways it can be played with. Oh, come on. Gotta be winter. Alright, just keep going. Be within a moment. There you go. Dream on that, would you? And it will be a day. Heck of a day, really. This has been a decent episode. Gotten a lot of stuff done, but of course it's all mostly small scale when dealing with skills and books, but that is what being a librarian is about, really. You come right down to it. And here comes the dawn. Yeah, spring's not that far away. We keep busy, just the seasons just go right by. Okay, so let's get an idea of what we've got for our weather today. We have another storm. Okay, things could get terribly exciting next episode because we're playing with our 4-point when it comes to sky and heart, and that just means I can play with the larger books. It's even tempting if I can get a 2-point tool. Ish. I'll think about it. Anyways, that's what I'll do between episodes. Anyways, this is Fantastic Worlds, singer of Lovecraft Country, and the visiting hours for Hush House are now closed. Hope you enjoyed your time here at Book of Hours, and hope to see you next time. Like, share, subscribe, as per usual, and get the next episode and if you like what I'm going to do with the raw powers of the storm, Untamed. Bye. I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters, whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of Content and Data.